By my own best estimate, 97% of SaaS account executives and SaaS sellers are terrible at sales demos. At best, they bore buyers. At worst, they actively irritate them, destroy value, and send them off to the competition. So if you want to be in the top 3%, watch this video because I'm going to teach you an 8-step framework that helps you run SaaS demos that sell like crazy. Okay, this is the exact technique that I helped create to close our first $100 million worth of SaaS while we were growing a company called Gong. 2 quick notes before we get started. Number 1, if you end up liking this video, if you get value from it, click like, comment something you learned below, and if you can, share it out with your network. The second thing before we get started is this framework is not the framework for the entirety of a demo call, right? It's not the 45-minute structure you go through. That's like the macro structure. This is the structure for demoing a single capability. Okay, so you're probably going to repeat this 8-step structure several times within one demo call. If you show 3 features or 3 capabilities, you'll repeat this framework 3 times. So let's get into it. The acronym for the 8 steps is called FAVORITE, F-A-V-O-R-I-T-E. Let's get into the first one, F, which stands for frame the pain. Before you get into your demo, it is critical for you to spend 10 seconds, no more, framing the pain that that capability solves. The number 1 question that's going through a buyer's mind when you're demonstrating a solution is what problem does this solve for me? Now, if they're asking that, you're failing at your demo. So get that out of their mind entirely by framing what you're about to show in terms of the pain it solves. And it's very simple. Just complete 1 of 2 of these sentences. One could be, I talk to a lot of CMOs or CIOs or whatever, and one of the common challenges they struggle with is X. Or you could point back to discovery you've done with them. Earlier, you said you and your team were struggling with Y. Okay, it's that simple. Just complete 1 of those sentences, but make sure it's crisp. So that's the first step. Step number 2, A in the FAVORITE acronym stands for ask a question. As soon as you frame the pain, ask a question that gets them to expand on the pain, that gets them to ruminate in the pain a little bit. Okay, and it's very simple. The most common question that you can ask in this situation is right after you frame the pain, you simply follow that with how are you handling that issue today? So now you're getting them to talk about the pain, you're really solidifying the problem and the pain you're about to solve. That leads us to step number 3 in the FAVORITE acronym, V, visualize the outcome. Before you start clicking around in your whiz-bang feature, you've got to establish the value of that feature by getting your customer to visualize the desired outcome. You want to create a mental movie in their mind before you start clicking and showing how it works, because then they'll be eager to consume what you're demoing. And so usually it's as simple as saying, imagine, fill in the blank with a value statement. So the one I have here is, I was demoing Gong to somebody who has an onboarding challenge. Imagine ramping your reps twice as fast by letting new reps binge watch demo recordings. That's exactly what I'm about to show you. Okay, so the formula is imagine, fill in the blank with a value statement. That's exactly what I'm about to show you. So we've covered the first 3 steps. We've framed the pain, we've asked the question, and we've gotten them to visualize the desired outcome. That leads us to step number 4 in the FAVORITE acronym, O, which stands for orient them to the screen. Okay, one of the biggest challenges with demos beyond what I've already talked about is so many times SaaS sellers will start clicking around in a demo and the buyer doesn't know what the hell they're looking at. The seller has just lost them. They're off demoing and the buyer's like scratching their head. Like, I don't know what all these pretty colors mean or dashboards. There's a lot of lines going on. So right after you've gotten them to visualize the outcome and before you start actually demoing how it works, spend 10 seconds orienting them to the screen. It's as simple as mousing over the left side of the screen. Here's what you're looking at and what that means. The right side of the screen, here's what you're looking at and what that means. You with me? I'm about to show you how it works. Does that all make sense? Great. It's as simple as that, but a powerful step to make sure people actually understand what it is you're about to show them. Okay, that leads us to step number 5 in the favorite acronym. R stands for reveal the workflow. There's not a lot to say about this one because this is just the demo part, right? This is the demo part where you show them how the product works, how it enables a workflow that helps your customer make good on the pain and the value that you've already established. You probably already know how to do this part, so we're not going to spend much more time on here, and we're going to go to number 6. Step 6, I in the favorite framework stands for implant the value. Okay, implant the value. You are surrounding your feature demo with value. Notice something. You started it with getting them to visualize the outcome, then you did your demo, and now you're ending that capability by implanting the value. You are wrapping your demo in value-laden language. And so one of the talk tracks that consistently works after you're wrapping up your reveal the workflow section and you showed the demo, you simply wrap it up by saying, as a result, value statement. Okay, as a result, you'll ramp your new reps at twice the speed. As a result, your reps will close twice as many MQLs. As a result, fill in value statement. Okay, so do not end a capability demo without making it crystal clear, over communicate, even in one sentence, what that value is. So implant the value. Step number 7 in the 8-step framework. In the favorite framework, we're on to T, which stands for tell a story. Now, if you do this every single time, you're going to start to sound like a robot. So you don't have to tell a story after each and every demo or each and every capability that you demo. But for some of the powerful ones, and maybe at least half of them, end the demo by telling a story. Okay, because customers are going to forget your click path, but they're going to remember a customer story. And so it's very simple. You just tell a quick story of a customer that used the exact workflow you just showed to get value or relieve pain, right? So you've implanted the value. You've said something like, as a result, you'll be able to ramp your new reps twice as fast. In fact, this reminds me of one of our customers. They had a very similar challenge to you. Before they came to us, they were dealing with an onboarding issue. They have a very complex demo. It took their reps a long time to learn it. Now, they ended up doing business with us. Their new reps started binge watching these demo recordings, just like I showed you. And as a result, they were able to decrease onboarding ramp time for new hires by 33%. Okay, so end your core capabilities with a very short story. It shouldn't be any longer than what I just did, right? You're not going to write a novel. You're telling a 10 or 20-second story that illustrates the customer's pain in the story, what triggered them to do business with you, and the outcome they achieved as a result of using the feature you just showed. Okay, so that's 7 out of 8. We're almost done here. We're on to step 8 of the favorite framework. E, elicit a response. In other words, after you've wrapped up that part of the demo and you've showed off that capability, you've done all the steps I've taught you, end it by asking a question that gets them to engage with you, right? One of the challenges with demos is it feels like we're talking to a wall. And we want to get our buyers to engage. So after you've gone through these first 7 steps, end the demo asking a question. My favorite is, how does that compare to how you're doing this today, right? Because now you're getting them to think about their current status quo, which is not so good compared to what you just showed. And value comes from a contrast between pain in the status quo and a desired outcome in the future. So that is the 8-step framework. You're going to have to practice this and get the muscle memory down before you really get it. because you're not going to memorize your first time all 8 steps. So I'd encourage you to practice, but once you get it, you are going to make your demos so much more effective. So practice this a few times. If you liked this video, hit the like button, leave me a comment. I would love to have a conversation with you. I try to get to most of these, and share this video out with your network. One more thing before you go, we've got a full-blown masterclass on running SaaS demos that sell. We've had thousands of SaaS reps, leaders, and entrepreneurs take this online course. It's called Win the Demo, and it's got almost 50 techniques to help you run SaaS demos that sell, to drive buyer engagement during your demos, to give executive level demos. It is the ultimate masterclass in helping you grow your SaaS income, revenue, and attainment at breakneck speed. I'm going to put the link to it below. I'll have my video editor overlay where to find out and learn more. But in the meantime, just go ahead and share this video or comment below or like it. I hope this was helpful. Give it a try, practice it a few times. And I can personally guarantee, if you're not already doing this, you will make your demos 2, 3, 10 times more powerful. See you in the next video.